Hey guys, it's been a while, but there was a crazy story I got to tell you guys about, along with all the Essen Spiel 2023 stuff. My plane had to turn around. The fire department was involved. It was really, really crazy. I've never experienced anything like it before. Things were lost. It's crazy. So I'll get into all that, but also everything awesome that you haven't seen in Essen Spiel yet, because there was a ton of other footage I got that I can't wait to share with you. There's so many cool things I want to show. Alright, so as I said, this was a little bit of a crazy trip home. I apologize for not having this out sooner. I literally kind of just got home. So my plane went about an hour and a half out into the middle of the ocean, and then decided to turn around. They said it was no fault of the airplane. Airplane's fine, but we have to do an emergency return back to Frankfurt International Airport. And then when we got there, they said, hey, don't worry about it, but our brakes may catch on fire because we're like super heavy because we still have fuel. And so the fire department's going to be out there. And then they proceeded to do another 3-hour layover after the hour and a half there, hour and a half back. And so obviously I missed my connecting flight. Additionally, my luggage is now missing as well. And throughout all the fiasco there on SWAT being played and stuff like that, I don't have all the games and cool stuff I want to still show you guys. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I'm kind of just happy to be home at this point. Essen Spiel was amazing. There's a ton of really cool stuff. I actually played a game. I'm going to tell you about this here from Ludus Magnus Studio, their next Kickstarter. I've actually played it, talked with the designer, so that'll be cool to go through. I have another special feature kind of on Geek and Sun and some of the attachments they have, and I plan to actually have something to actually show you physically, but again, lost all of my stuff. So hopefully that is found somewhere in the airport or something, I don't know, and I can get that back to you guys. But suffice it to say, I do apologize for how late this is, but there's a lot of cool stuff to go over, and so let's go ahead and get started into that. Alright, so we're going to start out with the Ludus Magnus Studio here, and as you can see, they actually had Nova Aetas Renaissance there, which was super cool to see. I can't wait to get my copy of it. I backed this, I don't even remember how long ago, same with all you guys, and I'm excited to get it. Actually, it looks pretty darn cool, and as you can see, they're miniatures. I mean, when minis are painted really well, I think it really showcases the detail level there, right? It's not so much that you're faking detail, it's that it just shows it off better. The contrast is there, different colors appear differently. It just looks so much better than gray. This is their next one coming out, Requiem, Dawnfall of Magic. It takes place in like Victorian Germany, so like old school. It looks a lot like Bloodborne to me. You have like this one chick that has like candle helmet kind of thing going on. It's crazy, and it's all storybook. You can see all that there. Really, really cool. And again, I was actually able to sit down and play it and had a lot of fun with it. Now, the demo is very guided, and so they did a lot of like, and then you want to move here, and then you want to attack, and then go on and roll the attack. Okay, let's pretend you did this. So like, I didn't really like play it, but he talked through everything, and we kind of looked at all the different systems at play, and honestly, a lot of it was a lot of fun. One of the things I liked, I played this lady that's like all attack, like she's like hardcore attack, she does a lot of damage, and one of the neat things about her was she never just walked, she always ran, like always, all the time. And the running allows you to essentially go through a tile and then like go to another tile. And what I liked about that is it means I was kind of like a scout too. Like I was able to explore and help people almost in a support role there, because sometimes you might come across like a person that's like, oh, hey, my son's missing, or, you know, whatever. Last I saw they were at a church, but you don't know where the church is. As you can see, those tiles are turned over. So you have to like find the church. And so I was actually able to help other people complete their quests and stuff like that, while still being just kind of a major damage dealer kind of person, which was kind of cool. I did like that a lot. The combat seems pretty straightforward. It's a lot of, you know, you can gain a resource, but then it's also sword versus shields kind of thing, which seemed pretty cool. They did speak about boss battles, and what they says, boss battles completely different than what you see here. Like it's its own like boss battle thing. It's not like they just have a really strong enemy on the map, if that makes sense. So there's a separate mode that we kind of haven't seen yet when it comes to that. But either way, very cool design, very cool theme. I liked it a lot. Hybris was there, and I was so excited to see all of that. It was great to see all these cool minis that they have, and the standees, just the game on display. You know, whenever I get these indies and see them actually here, like Thor's Cliff, same thing, right? That's out now. This was an indie game on Kickstarter that's now here and available, and I think that's super cool to see them have a presence there. That's so awesome. I love it. I live for that, and anytime I can showcase indies, I always try to. Like Agamonia. You guys asked me to check this out, and look how big this box is. Not this one, but the one next to it. Look at this thing. It is huge. What a massive game. They had a demo out where people could play. It looks like a lot of fun. I had fun with the prototype way back in the day when they sent that. That was awesome. This is, of course, Vampire the Masquerade on the Teberu board system, and it looks exactly how I would think one of these games would work. So in my opinion, this was meant for the Teberu system. It's awesome. I took this picture for my daughter. I'm not going to lie. I have a pug as well. There was a lot of kids stuff here, and I thought that was great to see that kind of support. You didn't see a lot of that at Gen Con, so the fact that Spiel was a lot more family focused in a lot of areas, I think is pretty awesome. Barbaric actually showed up here, and I remember it struggled for like a lot of reasons, but seeing it actually here on display, look how big those minis are. Ridiculous. That is definitely some table presence there. There's a ton of game there too by the looks of it, so that's pretty cool. This one I need to look more into. I wasn't able to get a conversation in time, but I mean, as you can see, there's like some kind of 3D boards, all sorts of crazy stuff. Who knows what's going on there. The Warp was there, another indie game that I like to showcase anytime I get a chance to. It seems like a game that a lot of people would really, really like. There's a ton of game systems there when it comes to, I don't know, to me it looks very Euro-y. Now the COcast thing, very interesting. Obviously they had, the normal COcast there, but they had a lot of other stuff that they could do. Which I thought was really cool because, you always see the miniatures and they always talk about the miniatures, but they can even not only print out like terrain, but they can like custom paint it too. So they can do the wood burning and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But the terrain and 3D printing stuff, right? The terrain and coloring the terrain, I think that's like a game changer. That's awesome. There's so many companies like this right here. This is actually just the terrain pre-painted. So it comes like that. Huge. Normally you only get that in wood. So the fact that it's plastic, very, very cool. I stopped by Geek and Sun and wanted to focus on their attachments. As you know, I got a Geek and Sun table, which by the way, they will be replacing that. So you remember it was a little bit damaged, but they're going to handle the distribution this time instead of getting a third party to do it. But I didn't get any attachments. Now I have some now if I get my luggage back. They were able to give me some instead of shipping them off, so it was a little bit cheaper on their end, of course. But I really like some of this stuff. The fact that a lot of their in trays have a rail system, so the rail keeps coming inside of it, super cool. The LEDs and the sharp corner there, also super cool. They have deeper wells. So they were telling me all this stuff like the wells there for the tokens are deeper. Angled deck holders, not just flat ones. They have so many different options and are constantly iterating on all of these attachments to really kind of customize everything and make it work for what you need it, which I think is super cool. And it's something not every company has this many attachments where you can get so many different things. Pull-out drawers, iPad holders, like I said, the angled deck boxes, super cool. Little trays you can put inside of the bottom of the table so they're not taking up space and you can put stuff there. Just really, really smart to be able to do all that. And I really liked the rail system that's inside of there. Now, you might recall in my review, I had an issue with the felt. They have a new felt system here with some new padding. Matte velvet is what they call it. It's way miles better, night and day better. I kid you not, like seriously, way better. So if you have an old Geek and Sun table, you now have like the worst version of it when it comes to the mat, because the mat was just fantastic. It was really, really good. I was really impressed by the hinges on this, by the way. Like that is like the not the hinges, I guess, but the piston thing, the hydraulic. I don't know, what am I calling that? Either way, really, really good. Very, very sturdy, very well built. I was quite impressed. I showed the dragon off, but here's some other dice towers. They're doing all sorts of different stuff there. Just really cool to see all the options. And I think really that's what differentiates just like a plain game table from something you really want. It's not just the well. People focus on the well and the lid, but all the different accessories and getting that customized to your games to ease gameplay. Awesome. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, again, all of these different, it's insane the amount of attachments you can get. You can just go haywire when it comes to customizing your gameplay. And I think that is awesome. I actually sat down and played this game as well, and I actually got it. So it's a Carnival, or a Bedevil Carnival, and this one is actually a really thinky game. I wasn't so good at it. It was actually kind of impressive, just exactly how meticulous you could get in the strategy of everything. So that was kind of cool to see them actually getting into games. I thought that was kind of awesome. All right, this just caught my eye. It was on display. They only had one left. They sold out of these things. I mean, in fact, selling out is going to be a theme I'm going to show you here. This is towards the last day. Beaver Creek from 4Fun Games, a subsidiary or sister company to Creative Game Studio. They sold out of that really, really easy. This was funny. I took this picture and I just wanted to show because it's so different than the game I played. And this is one of the things I noted was people playing with Dante. By the way, there's a patron and his buddies playing this, which I thought was kind of cool. But every game session I saw is so different. They actually are ignoring the imposter. I'm not going to explain more than that, but they're ignoring the imposter and going after Minos. And the terrain is completely different. They've thrown everything away. There's been towers that have like sunken into the ground and moved up elsewhere. His throne obviously is moved. He's like holding a pillar. Like chaos has happened there. That's all I'm saying. That is the entire map is different for their game versus our game, and I think that's just so cool to see the different variations and just one of the more straightforward early fights in the game to be able to have that kind of variety. Very cool to see. That actually has me more excited than even my own play session of it because I think that's great. This is Descent. You guys should know this one pretty easily. It is such a pretty game. The fact that they have Hips minis now, even if they're not super duper multi-part, looks really, really good. This one kind of caught my eye. It's a very interesting tray system in the middle. This is the knee deep in hexes, and I think that looks actually kind of cool. Now, this was at the Starry Games thing, so this is a manufacturer showing this off, but I'd never seen these, and it looks so cool. I love those guys. It's called Astro Navigators. My apologies. Now, what is involved in this game? I actually need to look at this more. They had a little video here, but that's literally all I know about it. But it seems to be a fairly legit game. Dungeons of Doria, again, love these indies selling out. It's so awesome to see. They did very good. This guy, he was always busy showing off this game. I barely got time with them, but I also did get a copy there, so I'll be able to show you guys that if my luggage ever shows back up again. But yeah, it was a great time at Essen Spiel. There were so many just fantastic companies on display, and again, so many indies, so many family games, just a lot of support for every type of game out there. It was honestly a great experience, and I can't wait to go again next year, which I fully plan to do. Meeting all of you guys were a highlight. I loved interacting with all of you guys, and if you missed me, I am so sorry, and I hope next year we can meet up and have a chat together, because at the end of the day, these board games are just an excuse to meet with family and friends, right? It's just an excuse to spend time with people. And that's what it's all about. Guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon. I have a interview with Go On Board that I'll be showing off. I have an unboxing of The Witcher Path of Destiny, so you'll be able to see that. I have a comment or two on the Mythic Games issue that's been going on, and of course, more regular news, reviews, unboxings, all of that. Stay tuned to the channel for all of that. Thank you for all the support you've been this entire year. It's been amazing. I apologize for not having a video as of late. I've been in an airplane far too much lately, but I'm back ready to make great content for you guys and hope you appreciate it. All right, take care, guys. Bye.